So I'm digging this old man kind of thing because it means I can go out and buy stuff like this. And I don't care. Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a catch-up on the PEAVEY Patriot project. It was a guitar I wasn't even really looking to buy. I was wandering through a thrift shop and one of the gals at work there says, I've got something for you. I purchased it with a bunch of other items, so I'm guessing I paid $7 for it. So for $7 I can do anything I want to it, and I'm out $7. So it kind of went crazy with it as far as the paint job. Again, I wanted to do something that I didn't know how to do, and digital camo sounded like something I definitely did not know how to do. So enjoy the photos, and we'll get you caught up and bring you up to speed on the PEAVEY Patriot digi-camo project. So let's see what I got for my whopping $7 at the thrift shop. I got a PEAVEY Patriot, made in the USA, Fender style body, Fender style neck, one pickup, volume knob. We don't need no stinking tone. All the springs are here. All the covers were here. The pickup worked. The electronics were kind of scratchy. Micro tilt neck, that was kind of a cool surprise. The finish on it, again, ugly like an ugly thing. Grover mini tuners, stamped serial number, embossed serial number on the back. Lots of dirt, lots of grime, lots of room in the cavity, because again, if all you've got is a tone pot, there's not much room to crowd anything. Had rocks underneath the truss cover. Never actually seen that before. You can see the discoloration when we take the hardware off of it. This is some sort of production number that was underneath the neck plate. And here you can see the mechanics of the micro tilt adjust there. PEAVEY describes this as a quote-unquote massive sustain block. I'm not going to go there. The wiring's pretty clean because, again, you just got one tone pot. It's kind of hard to mess all that stuff up. You can see some of the problems that we've got on the color. It's like it was cleaned with something that didn't like the paint. We polished the neck off. Put tape over the maple because anytime you're polishing frets you want to cover that maple because the fret polishing process will discolor that neck and you'll never get it out of there. There was a little minor grain raised at one point, but it all kind of settled out. I used some liquid wrench and soaking to get the hardware kind of loosened up a little bit, a toothbrush, and just a damp rag. Clean rag to make everything nice and shiny again. That included the headstock, the mini Grovers. They cleaned up just fine. Once put back on the headstock, it all looked nice and shiny new. It played, it intonated, everything was functional, so we took it back down again. 100 grit sandpaper, getting that horrible red/rose, I don't even know what that was, color off of there. Just down to the bare wood, trying to get as much of that sealer coat off as well. Lots of dents, lots of dings, lots of stuff that was going to need to be steamed out. And so that's exactly what I was going to do. I got it stripped down. There were some things that just didn't come out. That inclusion or that mineral stain in the upper bout just never really kind of came out. And then there were some areas where panels were screwed in, covers were screwed in and cinched down into the wood, and so I ended up steaming those out. I just take a Q-tip with some distilled water and a soldering iron, and you just hold it on there. The steam would work its way in there, would expand those crushed fibers out. There are a couple of areas that the fibers were broken and I really couldn't do anything about, so those will end up getting filled. And then somebody walked into the room with Japanese strawberries and everything came to a screeching halt. Luckily, we ate them quickly. Primer went on. I did have a couple of areas that I was not able to
to get to come out. Found that in the priming process. So I was going to go ahead and fill those in, and learned that oil-based wood putty is not the thing that you want. You want a wood filler. Wood putty has an oil base to it, and it leaches into your surrounding primer, so then you have to sand it out and clean it with naphtha and get it with some appropriate wood filler in there. And then it was time to start working on the colors. I don't know anything about digital camo, so I decided to do digital camo. Wax paper, blue painter's tape on one side, flip it over, blue painter's tape on the other side, and then you put down your stencil pattern on that. You get an X-Acto knife or a number 11 surgical blade, and you start cutting and cutting and cutting. And make sure you're wearing your safety glasses, because after a while you're probably going to want to stab your eyes out. It gets a little maddening. But then you're going to be able to peel off both sides of that blue painter's tape. So you're actually going to make double the amount of stencils that you think you're going to here. So now we're just going to prime it in the light color, the base color. I'm going to work from lightest color to the darkest color. I'm using 4 colors on here. When you're done peeling out your little stencils, save those parts. You're going to want to use those later. The parts that you cut out, you can lay down, figure out what type of a pattern, how they're both going to work. They're best going to work in your different cavities that you've got there. Something that's going to be a little crazy is just because you cut it in squares, it's not necessarily going to come off in squares, because the tape you're using isn't the entire width of your piece of wax paper. So you're going to have seams in there, and you're going to have to decide whether or not you're going to cut those seams out or if you're going to work around them. I decided to work around them just because it seemed the harder thing to do, and usually harder things are where you learn more, which is certainly the truth in this case. When you put your stencil down, I use this little rubber roller to make sure that it has got good contact with the guitar body itself. You can see here that when things start to curve, they can go a little crazy, and that was okay. I just decided I was going to go ahead and run with that. And oh, hey, this is the lady from the Weather Channel talking to me about a tonator. So now my second color has gone on. You can see the stencils, how they're laid on, and the color's just gone right over it. The stencils are covering up the color underneath it. I then decided to go for the third color, which you can see here. And when I started peeling pieces off, this is what you see underneath. You got 3 colors. You've got the desert sand, you've got the light gray, you've got the dark green going on top of it. And this is what a 3-pattern digi-camo guitar body looks like. I was going for 4 colors though. So the part that I had to do, remember those stencils I told you to keep, the ones that you had cut out? Well, this is where those come in. You can cut out a section of those, and then I taped those down and then covered up the space in between with more painter's tape. Then went ahead and applied the 4th color, the dark gray, on top of all of that. Let it sit, let it cure, let it off gas for a while, and then was able to gently peel all of that masking off. And now I've got 4 colors on this electric guitar body. You can see there is some thickness to it. Part of that is the type of paint that I used because of what was available. Part of that was technique. So the downside of that is it's going to take a lot of clear, which is really pretty boring. In fact, it's damn near killed Adolf, as you can see in this photo. So now here we are in California. This is my protective booth to keep the dust off of everything, and we're probably going to stop at 15 coats, see if that does it.
And that's where we are. So you're up to speed on it now. The PEAVEY Patriot, kind of a tribute to all the folks that I've been around over the years in all the various branches of the military. I thought it went kind of fitting, the Patriot with the camo on it. So we'll see how it turns out. If you want to, I could actually take you over and we could see where it is right now, because I've got the technology to do that. Let's go for a walk. don't be scared. We're gonna go behind the magic curtain here. And looky there. There she is in my little paint booth. And according to the record sheet, we are on, yeah, that looks like 13 coats of clear. And I've probably got 4 or 5 more coats in order to get her all done. So you will just have to check back and see what happens in the next few days. Actually, no, because when I'm done clear coating it, it's got to sit for 30 days. Check back. We'll get her done. One of two things has happened. There's an airplane flying above. Well, that's just one thing. Hey folks, welcome back. We're going to be doing a catch-up episode, and I'm going to kick this stupid ammo can over my feet. There it is, the PEAVEY Patriot. Kind of a tribute to all the folks that I've known in the military. Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the PEAVEY Patriot project. It was a guitar that I wasn't even really looking to acquire. Jameson loves you. Bye bye.